Good evening, everyone. You're welcome to Life Upgrade 5.0. Um, it's another time of the year where we bring young people together to learn how they can upgrade their life. That means go from the level they are to their next level. And it's another time of the year that we help young people also equip their mindset, right? Give them the necessary tools and strategy to advance their life. And that's what Life Upgrade is all about. And I'm excited to welcome each and every one of you to another session, another time where we impact you with the right knowledge. And I'm excited to be here. I want to be sure you're all excited too. I'm sure you're excited too. If you're excited, let me know in the chat box. Let me know how excited you are to be a part of the fifth edition of Life Upgrade. In the next 3 days, it's going to be very power packed, right? We'll be having other speakers coming to speak to you on how you can level up your life. Today, the first day, the one I was speaking on visionary intelligence, how you can build a life of vision and purpose. Day two, that is tomorrow, we'll be having Bolu Okwade speak on financial intelligence, how you can build sustainable wealth. And on day three, which is the final day on Saturday, we'll be having Boturayo Akishete. She'll be speaking on artificial intelligence, how you can master artificial intelligence to work smarter and make progress also with your life. So I'm excited. The next 3 days is going to be full of insight, it's going to be full of wisdom. And I want each and every one of you to make the most of it. I want you to be focused. In the next 3 days, I want you to be focused. And why this session, this life upgrade is very important is another reason why it's very important is because we are closer to the end of the year, right? Like in the next few days, will be in December. And most of you, your plans for the year, most of it has maybe gone awry. Some of you have made progress. Some of you, some people are here now, they are getting angry about how their year has gone. They don't know where the time, like, in just few months, like the year's over again. So many people are disheartened. Many people are thinking about, okay, isn't this year's over? Let me start thinking about 2026. So people say, okay, there's still few days, few weeks in this year. Let me do something. Whichever level you fall into, this session is here to give you the right mindset, right? Upgrade you, help you level up as you advance and you make progress with your life. And I want you to make the most of it, right? Some of you have to share this link with a friend of yours, like invite someone, because tonight, this day one, you'll be learning visionary intelligence. You'll be learning how you can build a life of purpose and vision. I'll be sharing my story and I'll be sharing you specific way to go about this. And I don't want you to just miss it. I also don't want your friends, your loved ones to miss. So let me know where you are joining from. Let me know if you are excited to be here. Let me know your name and where you are joining from. Let me know how excited you are to be here. And let me know also if you can hear me clearly, if you can see me clearly. I want someone to confirm that uh, in the comment section. Just drop a comment. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Let me know if you can see me clearly before I get started, right? It's going to be loaded. Tonight's session is going to be very loaded and it won't leave you the same way you came. And please, I want you to take note of this. Take away the form of distractions, right? Some of you are opening different tabs on your phone. I can see that you're on Facebook, you're on TikTok. I know most people don't use Facebook nowadays. You're on TikTok, you're on Instagram. It's time to just focus on this session tonight. I don't want you to be distracted. Get your notepad, get ready to write. And listen, when you are writing, I don't want to just write quotes, punchlines. No, I want you to start writing to-do list. Things you will do, right? Things you stop doing and things you start doing. Write to-do list. Your notepad this evening should be full of to-do list, things you start doing, right? There are many people that have gone to different programs, and at the end of the program, they didn't gain anything, right? They didn't take action. Even though they gained things, they didn't take action because they just write the quotes and other things and didn't take write the specific actions to start taking. So as I'm speaking and as other speakers in the subsequent days will be speaking, I want you to start taking note of things you start doing, right? So that you can receive get tangible results. And the most important thing about this session is transformation. That's the most important thing, transformation. We want your life to be transformed. And that's why we are putting this together. And this program is organized by Teams of Purpose International. We serve both teenagers and young adults. And our goal is to raise an army of purpose-driven leaders who will become agents of positive change. So please get ready to gain clarity about your purpose, get ready to gain alignment with your destiny, get ready to become the leader God has created you to be. So Bemi Sola, okay, I'm seeing Miracle joining here. Good evening, Miracle, glad to have you here. Welcome to Life of Good. Yes, I'm excited. Like, there's going to be shifts, right? In your mindset, your thinking, there's going to be shifts. But please, I want you, each and every one of you, to take advantage of these 3 days, right? A lot of planning has gone into it, and I want to make the most of it. Don't end these 3 days the same way you came into it, right? Get ready for transformation. Gbemisola, glad to have you here. Good evening. Good evening. Gbemisola, blessing. Glad to have you here from Abeokuta. Yeah. Uh, so Miraculous said she can see me clearly. Thank you very much, Miraculous. Uh, Gbemisola said she can hear me clearly. Glad to know that. John is joining from Madala, Niger State. John, glad to have you here. Very clear, great, great, great. And Sandra, thank you for joining. Excited to be here. So please don't forget, share this link with someone. It's going to be a great time. Tesla testimony, glad to be here. Great, great, great. And I'm glad that everyone joined quick, and I'm sure you guys are ready for transformation. I'm seeing Chobowale here. Chobowale is saying that, okay, my name is Oluwaseun from Abeokuta, and I'm happy to be here. I can hear you clear. Thank you very much, Oluwaseun. So, and again, as the session progresses, if you have questions, keep your questions. In the next 45 minutes, will be done, and then you can ask any question you have about purpose, your vision, visionary intelligence. I'll be answering all your questions. And so, first and foremost, like I said, tonight we'll be talking about the theme for this session or for this program is level up, becoming the next version of you, right? No matter where you are in your life now, there is a version of you, but your goal should not be to remain there. There's a next version. Currently, you may feel frustrated, you may feel tired about your life, you may feel confused about your life, but just see it as this is a version of me. But there's a better version. I know many of you know use different phones, right? I know something about different phones, the smartphones we use. There's one version, there's another version. I remember there was iPhone 13. A time came there was iPhone 14, another time iPhone 15, and recently iPhone 17. Different versions, right? So no matter where you are now in your life, don't be discouraged. This is a version of you. The next goal is that, and the next determination you must have is that I must go to the next version of myself. Because the version you are currently, you can't attract some things because the current version you have is limiting it. Do you get what I'm saying? Imagine there's a vast ocean, right? And all you have now is a cup. A cup can't carry the vastness of that ocean. The vastness of the ocean can be your dream, those things you desire. But the current version of you can't contain them. So no matter how you desire it, no matter how you pray for it, it won't really come because you have not become the kind of person that can have it. The goal now is that you must increase your capacity. You must go to the next version of yourself to be able to attract it, to be able to welcome it, to be able to carry it. And that's what this session is about. And it doesn't begin with you having, it begins with you becoming, right? Going to your next level, becoming the next version of you. So as there's version 1 or 2 of a phone or something, right? Also, there's a version 1 of you, there's a version 2 of you. I remember when I was in version 1, now I keep upgrading. And so too, you can upgrade. You can't remain the same forever. You're not a tree. I remember someone said something one time, a motivational speaker. He said, you can always move, right? You can always move. You're not a tree. It's not a tree that will just stand in a place. No, no trees now. They can only stand in a place in the forest, right? But we are human beings. And most people have become a tree. Most young people, they have become a tree. They are not ready to move. They just want to remain stagnant. And that's why they can't become all God has destined for them to be. And that's why they keep feeling frustrated and unfulfilled. You are not a tree. It's time to move. Can you say it's time to move? Put it down in the comment section. Say, I am not a tree. It's time for me to move. It's time for me to level up. Let me know in the comment section. Say, I am not a tree. It's time for me to move. It's time for me to level up. And another importance of this session is that I know many young people want money. You want to make money, right? You want to enjoy your life. Everybody wants to be rich, right? Everybody. But listen, before you start talking about making money, financial intelligence, talking about artificial intelligence, you have to understand visionary intelligence. It's important. That's why this session is the day one, is the foundation, visionary intelligence. Because if money comes to your hands and it doesn't meet purpose, it doesn't meet a goal or target, you waste the money. Thank you very much, Imani. Thank you for joining from Port Harcourt. Glad to have you here. So I love what Miracle said. She said, "I'm not a tree. It's time to move." Can any other person say to yes? Imani said, "I'm not a tree. It's time to move." So, like I was saying, this first session is important because before we start talking about financial intelligence, and this the speaker we are bringing tomorrow is an expert, right? He has built two businesses, like he's doing amazingly well. So he's coming to share with you how you can build wealth, right? But before you start talking about financial intelligence and artificial intelligence, you must understand visionary intelligence. Because if money comes to your hands and it doesn't meet a vision, it doesn't meet a purpose, it doesn't have a goal or target, you waste the money. Think about the last time you had the amount in your hands, maybe 200K or 50K or even 10K. You squandered it, you wasted the money because it doesn't have a purpose. But imagine a money is coming to your hands, but you already know that this money, once it lands, I'm going to use it for this and that. What happens? You make the most of the money. So we can't start talking about financial intelligence and artificial intelligence if you don't even have a vision or purpose to use that you can use those things for when they come. For example, artificial intelligence make you increase your productivity, make you work better and faster. But imagine you are using artificial intelligence, but you don't have a direction for your life. You don't have a purpose for your life. You don't have a vision. What is the essence of like you? There's a quote that says that direction is more important than speed. Many young people want to move fast, but what is the essence of moving fast if you don't know where you are going? The farther you go, the more angry, confused you become because you don't have direction. So before we start talking about artificial, for example, find money, once money comes to my hands, it has purpose, right? It has a vision that I can use it for. Artificial intelligence is making my work better and faster because I have a direction, so I can use it to progress my life. So before we start talking about artificial intelligence, financial intelligence, you must understand visionary intelligence. Can you say visionary intelligence? And tonight I'll be sharing 5 frameworks that will help you build a life of purpose and vision. Right? 5 framework. Because once you understand this, you can then build on it. If you don't understand your purpose and your vision for life, no matter what comes, in fact, you misuse relationship, you misuse finances, you misuse your times and seasons, right? You won't prepare well for destiny if you don't understand your purpose and vision. Many people have squandered opportunities because they don't understand purpose and vision. Many people are in the wrong place because they don't understand purpose and vision. There's a kind of resources that will be in your hands now that is not in your hands because you don't understand purpose and vision. That's why purpose and vision is the foundation for building a life of meaning, for building a fulfilling life. Once you know your purpose and vision and pursue it, other things will follow. There's a part in the scripture that talks about seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all other things shall be added unto it. The problem we have now is that many young people are seeking all other things. They are seeking fame, they are seeking relationships, they are seeking money, they are seeking followers, they are seeking all other things. And then the more they seek it, the more it flee from them. Because those things are not created to be pursued, they are created to be attracted. But they are only attracted to someone with a vision, someone with a purpose. People with a purpose, someone with a vision, they don't pursue things, things pursue them. And that's why one of my mentors says something. He said, you don't pursue your dreams, you position for your dreams. Let me say that again. You don't pursue your dreams, you position for your dreams. When you position for your dreams, you start attracting the resources that are required, right, to build that dream or to fulfill that dream. So that's why this section is important. Visionary intelligence. So let me start by asking you this question, right? Uh, if your life continue exactly the way it is, where will you be in 5 years? Right? If your life continue the way it is currently, where will you be in 5 years? I'm asking someone, let me know where you answer me. Like, think about your current habits, your current mindset. I know you want to do great things with your life, but think about it. If your life continue the way it is now, some of you are in debt, some of you are not taking care of your health, some of you are scrolling online, spending hours online. If your life continue the way it is now, where will you be in 5 years? There are friends I had when I was in primary schools, right? That some of them, they are nowhere to be found today because they were following vibes, popularity. But those things don't last. Without vision or purpose, those things will fade. It's vision that makes you last, right? So ask yourself, in next 5 years, if you follow what you are currently doing now, where will you be in next 5 years? I can tell you, in the next 5 years, I know I'm already becoming it already, a global leader, right? An international speaker, an author with bestseller books, right? Someone who have built multiple businesses. I know where I'll be in the next 5 years. I have an idea of it. I have it written down. And because I know where I'm going, it's informing the kind of decision I make today. So ask yourself, if you continue the way I do, for example, what I do currently is that I read books, I write, I organize programs, I organize projects, I go for events, I connect with like-minded people, I'm regularly upscaling my skills, building my skills, right? It's not convenient, it's not easy, but because I know where I'm going, I'm taking action every day that will take me to that place. So ask yourself, with the current habits mindset you have now, where will you be in the next 5 years? There's a quote that says that in the next 5 years you will arrive. The question is where? In the next 5 years you will arrive. The question you ask yourself is where? Most of you are jealous of people, comparing yourself with other people because you don't know where you are going. Once you know, have a vision, once you know where you are going, it gives you clarity, it gives you direction. You stop being envious of people, right? Because you know that okay, they've arrived, this is their own season and time, your own is coming, you keep building. But people get distracted, jumping from one thing to another because they don't know where they are going, no vision for their life, no purpose for their life. So I'm still asking you, are you thinking about that already? In the next 5 years, where will I be if I continue the way I am now? And that's why this session is very important. 5 years ago, right, I wrote down, I can remember writing down, okay, in the next 5 years, this is what I want to be, this is what I'll be doing. And I'll share some of them shortly. And that's what I'm currently doing. Imagine if I didn't envision it, if I didn't think about it, if I didn't write it down, if I didn't have something and push, I would have been distracted. I'll be far from where I am today. And if you think where I am today is the final destination, no, there is more waiting for me. In next 5 years, I can see the picture of my next 5 years. I've imagined it already where I'll be in the next 5 years. And that's what gives me joy and happiness in the presence, in the present. Because say something about having vision. If you know where you are going, if you are clear about it, it brings joy to your present. Even though you are wearing one clothes, even though you are struggling, you know that tomorrow is going to be better than today. And then you start working towards that tomorrow today. In the next 5 years, you will arrive. The question is where? I remember when I was very younger, right? Before I started everything I'm doing, I started asking myself question that who do I want to become? What do I want to do with my life? Right? I remember I told myself that okay, Mordecai, I'm going to impact teenagers, right? I'm going to build an organization that's going to impact 1 million teenagers across different parts of Nigeria. I remember when I was younger, when I wrote that vision down. I don't know how I'll go about it. But after discovering my purpose, I started having that hunger that okay, I'm going to impact teenagers with the message of purpose. I didn't even know how I'm going to start the organization. Now, forward to 2019, when I was serving in River State, right? Because I had that vision, that why I told you that position you for your vision. Because I had that vision, I started volunteering in different places, right? Going for outreaches for other organizations. I started reading books, learning things. Because I know that vision that one day I'm going to build an organization that's going to impact teenagers. Because that vision I had, that is written down, right? Guess what? I started taking little actions towards that vision. I don't know how I'll get started with that vision, but because I know where I'm going, right, it started influencing my decision today. So in 2019, where I was serving in River State, I just felt that desire that it's time to start this vision because I've gotten some ideas, right? I've learned a lot in the past few years. I've volunteered. I've known, okay, this is how they do all these things. I have researched different organizations. So I said, Monica, it's time to start. In 2019, I started Teams on Purpose International. I started when I was serving in a village in River State called Ataba, right? So I'm mentioning specific places so you know that this thing is just, it's not just stories, real, right? And I remember that time when I was starting, uh, I didn't have, I know I have big vision, but I started little. I was not scared to start small. My goal is to impact 1 million teenagers across different states in Nigeria. But guess where I started? I started in the village by visiting a school. It was somehow, I remember when I was starting, I called different people. Many people didn't answer me, many people, because in the beginning, it can feel lonely sometimes. But what keeps you inspired and motivated because of the vision you have seen. So while I was serving, I told people about it. Many people they were not interested. And I'm sure some of you have vision today that people are not interested. They are not because most time people want to be part of something big. And that's why it can be frustrating to start something. But don't be afraid to start small. Right? Think about where you want to be, where are you going, and don't be afraid to start small. So I remember I said, I'm going to take the first action towards it. I, I wrote a letter, submitted to the school I was serving, and told them I'm going to speak to the student about purpose. And one of the assembly, I went to the school, right? They gave me about 20 or 15 minutes. I spoke to the student about purpose, how they can discover their purpose. The headmaster, the proprietor, the principal was excited. The students were blessed. They were transformed. They learned a lot from it. And that's the beginning. Fast forward to the next 6 years, we've impacted over 70,000 teenagers across 30 states in Nigeria. But it started with a vision, right? And also the courage to start small. Currently, I've written 6 books now, working on my 7th book. But it started in 2020 by just having a vision that I'm going to become a best-selling author. I'm going to write 100 books before I leave this world. But I was not afraid to just start small. My first book was not perfect. Creating Your Life Goals. That was the title. I wrote it in 2020. But I knew where I was going. I remember the first book I wrote. For the first 2 or 3 months, no sales, nobody got the book. Only my younger sister and my uncle that got the book. It was discouraging a bit, but because I know that Mordecai, the vision I've seen is that one day people will line up, thousands of people will line up to get my books. My book is going to reach different thousands of people around the world. So despite the current, gave all my effort to write this book, and now nobody's even interested in the book. It was discouraging, but what kept me going was my vision. And today is 2025. I've written 6 books that have been read in 12 countries. One of my best-selling book is The Purpose-Driven Teenager. But imagine if I stop at my first book. The Purpose-Driven Teenager was my 3rd book. Imagine I had stopped at my first book. What kept me going was because I have a vision for my life. I remember my first program I held too. We were only about 4 or 5 people in attendance. The first ever event I held in 2018, right? Only few people in attendance, right? And one of the last program I had, right? Now 50. I remember one program we had again, we got over 100 people. But imagine if I don't have the courage to start. So what I'm trying to say is that you need a vision for your life. A vision keeps you hopeful. A vision keeps your life fulfilling, right? Most of you wake up in the morning, you don't know what to do with your life. You get confused. You are looking for the next thing to do. But with a vision, you have clarity of action, right? And that's the essence of this session tonight. So let me start by defining what is vision. What is visionary intelligence? Visionary intelligence is the ability to see the future, design it, and act towards it intentionally. Can someone put that in the comment section? Visionary intelligence is the ability to see the future. Remember my story, Things of Purpose. I want to impact young people. So I saw a future where I would have built an organization that will be impacting young people, thousands of young people, millions of young people. And I'm taking steps towards it, right? So visionary intelligence is the ability to see the future and design it. It's not enough to see the future. Part of visionary intelligence is to what? Design that future. There are many people that have seen the future. They've seen, okay, they want to do this in the future, they want to do that. But have you designed it? Is there a plan for it? Have you written how you go about doing that? So visionary intelligence is the ability to see the future, design it, but beyond designing it, also taking action towards it intentionally. That's what makes it visionary intelligence. If you only have a vision and you don't design that how you go about the vision and then how you can take action towards it daily, it's not really visionary intelligence. It becomes visionary intelligence where you can see the future, something that can happen that could be the ability to see the future, then design it, and then act towards it intentionally. I've seen young people that tell me that they have a vision for their life. What are you doing about it? Some of you have seen something for the past 2 years. God has shown you something that you're going to do this. What are you doing about it? What action have you taken? Don't you know that God only entrusts things into people that are faithful? God only entrusts things into people that are faithful. The little things God has shown you, what step have you taken towards it? Are you ready for it to be perfect? Are you ready for people to approve you? Are you ready for people to boost your ego before you take action? Are you ready for all the resources to be complete? See, everything I have started, I didn't have all the resources when I started. The only thing I had was that vision. Because there's the idea. You don't wait for resources to run your vision. You run your vision, resources will come. Are you getting my point? Capture the vision. The vision will attract the provision. And that's the idea behind the visionary intelligence. Ability to see the future. So what are you seeing? That's the question you ask yourself now. What are you seeing? What are you seeing in next 1 year, 2 years, 5 years? Someone I love so much is Elon Musk. I know so all of you know Elon Musk. He's the richest man in the world, about 400 and something billion dollars. He has about 7 companies. I was reading about him and I discovered that this guy has a 50-year vision. Are you following what I'm saying? He has a 50-year vision. He does not ask about what can I do this year. He thinks beyond that. He asks, what can I do in the next 50 years that will advance the world? What can I do in the next 100 years that will advance? Those are visionaries. Some of you only think about the next birthday, your next weekend. No, that's not visionaries. Visionary thinks about how they can advance the world, how they can make the world a better place. They think in years, in next 10 years, what do I want this world to experience because I'm alive? What do I want to create in the next 5 years? What do I want to build in the next 10 years? See, let me tell you something. Anywhere you are currently in your life, don't be discouraged. The most important thing you be bothered about is that where will I be in the next 10 years? If you are clear about where you'll be in the next 10 years, just focus on working towards it today. In the next 10 years, when you look back, you'll be excited that you started. I know you are bothered. The people you are seeing today that are doing great things, it's not today they start seeing it. Think about anybody that is doing great things in entertainment, in sport. It's not today they start thinking about it. They started thinking about it years ago. You are just seeing the result, the fruits. It's like planting a tree. You plant a seed. For years, for example, the what they call this tree, I want to remember the tree now, that takes about 5 years before it grows. Uh, Chinese bamboo tree, yes, Chinese bamboo tree. After you plant that seed, it takes about 5 years before it shoots out from the soil. But in that 5 years, it's building capacity. But I'm sure that seed has a vision that one day, in the next 5 years, I'm going to shoot out and I'm going to become one of the tallest trees in the forest. But for the first 5 years, nobody sees it, but it has a vision. Imagine if it's comparing itself with mango tree or comparing itself with other trees that grow faster. It would have truncated its destiny, and that's what most young people are doing today. And they are doing that, comparing themselves because they don't have a vision. Are you getting my point? The people you celebrate today, they had a vision. Will your world celebrate you in the next 5 years? Based on what you are doing currently, will your world celebrate you in the next 5 years? Think about it. Based on what you are doing now, some of you have parents that your uncles that they are not doing as big or as well as you want. Like you're not really proud of them. And they're not proud of themselves. They have regrets because of how they live their life. But you are already following in their footsteps. They didn't have a vision. And you too, you don't have a vision. And you think you know end up like them. No. Great people think vision. I have vision for the next 10 years. I have vision for the next 5 years. In fact, 4 years ago, I wrote a vision, a 40-year vision, right? My vision for the next 40 years, 30 years, 20 years. I did that because I've seen people doing that. I have mentors who did that. I said, I know the power of having a vision. And also, I replicated it too. So what is your vision? Where can you see? Where are you going? In the next 5 years, you arrive. The question is where? The question is where? So Elon Musk is someone that I'm so inspired by him. He's not thinking about just buying cars or most young people getting popular. No, he's pursuing a vision, right? He's building Tesla. He's building SpaceX. You want to colonize Mars. See someone vision. I want to colonize Mars. You are thinking of buying a car. You want to buy Ferrari. You want to buy Lamborghini. Is that a vision? How do your vision impact? Your vision must impact the world, right? And that's why you must discover purpose beyond vision. I'll talk about that soon, right? Elon Musk is thinking about colonizing Mars. Visionary. You want to make humanity multiplanetary, right? And that's why he's building his rocket. He has experienced. I remember a documentary I watched about him. So the interviewer asked him that, Elon Musk, you have failed severally in building this rocket, but you keep trying. Don't have you ever thought of giving up before? Guess what Elon Musk said? He didn't say that I've thought about it. He said, I can't give up. He's failing. He was failing. He was spending billions, spending money. And they asked him that, why did you give up? He said, I can't. Why can't he? Because he has seen a vision. And it will stop at nothing. Most of you give up easily because you don't have a vision. See, if you are clear about your vision, you you can't give up. Not that you can't give up, you don't want to give up because it's so clear. So, guys, the first I'm telling you is that it's important to have a vision for your life. Going for a job, whatever the job you are doing now, is not the end of your life, right? It's not the end of your life. I remember I was listening to a message one time, and the pastor said something. He said that two students are in a class. Two students are in a class. A student is thinking about, when I graduate from school, I'm going to go and work in XYZ company. In that same class, another student is thinking that when I leave this school, I want to build XYZ company. See the mindset of visionary. You don't have to come out from school before you start thinking, having visions. You can start while you're in secondary school or your university, wherever you are. Someone is thinking about going to work in XYZ company. Someone is thinking about building XYZ company. Someone is thinking about being employed. And that person is thinking about being deployed to his purpose and vision. What is your thoughts? What are you thinking about? Do you have this intelligence, visionary intelligence? Currently now in my life today, I'm telling you, in few years, I'll be traveling around the world to speak. In few years, I'll be traveling around the world to speak. Just give me more years, I would have written more books. I'll be holding programs, conferences. I'm currently doing that, but I'll be doing that in larger capacity. I'll be speaking to presidents, speaking to top CEOs, right? I'm saying it now. But the goal of it is that I have discovered a vision for my life, a purpose that I'm here to impact lives, and I'll stop at nothing until lives are impacted. So, guys, what are you thinking about? Are you just thinking about your next meal, or are you thinking about how you can feed the world? Are you thinking about buying cars, or are you thinking about how you can build cars that will have your name on it and will help people move faster, go faster? What are you thinking about? Visionary intelligence, ability to see the future, then design it, and then work towards it. Again, I ask you, in the next 5 years, you will arrive. The question is where? Now, very quickly, let me share the five step framework for building a life of purpose and vision. The five-step framework for building a life of purpose and vision, right? This is based on the uniqueness of my experience and also what I've gained from other mentors and people who have achieved great things, right? Think about anybody that you know that is doing great things. They follow these steps. I'm telling you, they follow these steps. Anybody you think in entertainment, in academics, in whichever field, right? In business, in ministry, think about anyone that did amazingly well. They follow this five-step framework. This is a principle, right? The five-step framework for building a life of purpose and vision. Are you ready to learn? As I round up, after the five steps, I'll entertain your question. Who is ready to learn this five-step framework, right? If you're ready to learn, yes, your vision must impact the world. Yes, your vision must impact the world. What can you see? What can you see? What can you see? Who is ready to learn this five-step framework? Right? Who is ready to learn this five-step framework that I'll be sharing shortly? If you are ready, say I am ready to learn. Let me know. Let me know. Say I am ready to learn. I'm ready to learn. Just five steps, right? That will help you become build a life of vision and purpose. I tell you guys, seriously, the life I'm living now is not now I start thinking about it. I started thinking about it 5 years ago. Right? In fact, some of my vision, I started when I discovered my purpose when I was 17 years old. I started saying that I'll build organizations, I'll write books, I'll travel around the world, I'll do this thing. It started many years ago, right? So it's not by mistake. I tell people that I employ people now. I have built about 4 businesses now. I'm impacting thousands of people now. People are blessed by my life. It's not by mistake. It's because I have a vision, and it can be your story too. I remember I saw a video like I shared previously. I saw a video recently about some months ago where someone from the United States was reviewing my book, The Purpose Driven Teenager. Someone bought the book and was reviewing it, talking about it. And I was just wondering, Monica, imagine if I didn't write this book. Someone in the United States, right, reading a book written by a Nigerian author, a young boy in Nigeria. Imagine if I don't write the book. But because I have a vision, even though I don't feel secure, I don't feel perfect, I wrote that book because I know I want to impact lives. And now it's impacting people across 12 countries. Imagine if I didn't write it. What is that thing that's in your hands that God has been showing you? When will you start doing it? Thank you. Everybody said they are ready to learn. So the first step, right? The first step for building a life of purpose and vision is called number one is identity clarity. Can you say identity clarity? Identity clarity. That's the first step. It answers the question, who am I? Identity clarity. It answers the question, who am I? You cannot know where you are going until you know who you are. Do you get what I said? You cannot know where you are going until you know who you are. It starts with identity clarity. Clarity on your identity. Who am I? Most of you, if they ask you, who am I? What you say is, I am Mordecai. I am this thing. I am Joy. I am, no, that's not who you are. That's your name. Who are you really? Because you can't know where you are going if you don't know who you are. Identity clarity, it answers the question, who am I? You cannot know where you are going until you know who you are. Your identity determines your direction. Once you know your identity, it that determines the direction for you to take. Your identity determines your direction. So for you to build a life of purpose, it starts with what? Identity clarity. Answer the question, who am I? Your identity shapes your life. Most of you, you've not tried that vision because you think you can't. Most of you, if you know who you truly are, you would have done big things. Oh. Seriously. If you know who you truly are, you would have done great things. You don't know who you are. That's why you're limiting yourself. There are people that are more skillful than I am, talented than I am, but because they don't know who they are, they've not done anything with their life. I'm serious. Who are you? Identity clarity. Your identity shapes your life. Your identity shapes your decisions. You don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. I know you are here, I told someone one day, I was speaking one time, and I told someone that in my organization we have over 450 volunteers. The guy was saying, how I wish I have many people too, many volunteers to support my goals and dreams too. I said no. You don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. As at 5 years ago, I was the only volunteer in the organization. I was the only volunteer because I was still getting clarity of who I am. I was still building myself. But when I start building myself, when I understand who I am, I start attracting people who will support in the vision of impacting lives. But the me today the me of many years ago wouldn't have achieved what I have achieved so far until I had a clarity of identity. When I start knowing who I am, I start attracting what I want. But most people want to attract what they want. No, you don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. That's why it's important to upgrade how you think about yourself. You upgrade your identity. You understand your identity. I know you want money, but money won't come to you until you become the kind of person that can handle the money you are seeking. You attract who you are, not what you want. That's why some people keep having the same kind of friends. Some people keep finding themselves the same kind of jobs. Some people keep finding themselves in the same environment. Some people keep ending up in the same issues and struggles and problems because they don't know who they are. Don't forget this. You don't attract what you want. You attract who you are. That's why you must understand who you are. If you see yourself as weak, you will avoid big dreams. Many people they are avoiding big visions. I'm talking about visions now. Most of you have visions. God has been showing you visions, but because you see yourself as someone that is weak, you are not accepting that vision. You are not embracing that vision, and that's why you're not going far. So you must start changing your identity and start seeing yourself the way God sees you, not the way you see yourself or you think about yourself. Start embracing your true identity. Start embracing your true identity. If you see yourself as weak, you will avoid big dreams. There are many people that if God showed them something, they'll be scared. Most people say they want to say all their life, I want to say, God, what do you want to do with my life? Show me everything. If God shows some of you, you run away. Imagine God showed Joseph how his life will be. Everything. That if you go to the prison, if you go to this, if you go to the Potiphar's become a sold into slavery, you'll be thrown into pit. He will not want to go again. God showed him the vision, right? God didn't show him the full vision, the clarity about how to go about. God just showed him, okay, you are going to be someone that will lead people, right? Because some of you, you have been injuring yourself. Visions has come to you, but you have thrown it away. It starts with identity. Understand who you are. You must change the way you see yourself. If you don't change the way you see yourself, you miss opportunities. Some of you now, I remember at the time in my life, I couldn't apply for opportunities because I was seeing my life, seeing myself wrongly. I'm seeing myself, Mordecai, you are not able, you are from Ondo State, you can't do much, you can't amount to much, you don't have, you're not skillful enough, you are not talented enough, you are not. I didn't apply for any opportunities, and I almost started regret until when I start understanding who I am, I was not afraid to embrace opportunities. I started applying for opportunities, getting some of these opportunities. I was not scared again, but it started by me changing, knowing my identity clarity. A borrowed identity can create or produce an original vision. Some of you are borrowing identity from a celebrity, borrowing identity from your friend. No, you can't produce an original vision with a borrowed identity. You must understand your true identity, right? Once you understand your true identity, God will give the vision of your own. Your vision will become clearer. Your purpose will become clearer. You cannot build a destiny on a confused identity. If you are not sure of who you are, God can't commit big things into your hands because He knows you will waste it, you will destroy it. You must understand who you are. You must understand who you are. You may not be where you want to be, but before capturing a vision for your life, you must understand who you are. See, you can't dream beyond who you are. Take for example, if you think that you are meant for a village, and someone come and tell you that you are meant for the global scene, you say no, it's not for us. It's for village. We are in the village. That's why you must upgrade who you are before you start capturing visions for your life. You can't grow beyond what you know. You can't advance. You can't build a vision beyond who you are. That's why, please, it's time for you to gain clarity on your identity. Right? Your identity is like your operating system. Don't forget, every phone has an operating system. Every phone has an operating system. It's that operating system that makes it work. Right? So if it's, the way your phone is functioning, right, it's functioning because of the OS, the operating system inside that phone. So also, if you see people functioning in life, right, ask yourself, what is their operating system? You want to build someone. I love what this person is doing. Do you know their operating system? So you to even be like them, you must upgrade your operating system. Have you ever, has your phone ever had issues before, or your system, that they go and upgrade your system? So because they know that what you want that system to do, the current level of that system can't do it except it upgrades. So also there's a vision that God want to put in your mind. But your current level can't carry that vision. You must upgrade your identity. You must upgrade your OS, your operating system, so you can capture that identity. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? Please, are you getting what I'm saying? So please, having a clarity of identity is important, right? You are not your background. You are not created by accident. You are created with a purpose. You have the creative ability of God. You must understand that. You have power. You have wisdom. What God have, you have. You were created in His image. Start seeing yourself that way, and you stop being inferior to other people. So to know your identity, number one, you must know your source, right? To know your identity, you must know your source. You are from God. You are like where you came from. You are from God. You must understand that. You you carry the DNA of God, creativity. You carry greatness. See, you are not trying to be great. You are great. That's why you are here. Let me say that again. You are not trying to pursue greatness. You are great already. Now you have to start taking position. You have to start working in line with that greatness that you are. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not trying to succeed. You're not a failure. You're trying to succeed. You're already a success. Understand that about yourself. Change the way you see yourself. Start seeing yourself the way God sees you. And it starts with studying your Bible. The more you read the word of God, the more you change the way you see yourself. I'm serious. Let me give you this, share this thing quickly. Next year, my organization, Choose on Purpose, we are planning to impact 100,000 students in 36 states in Nigeria. From May to June next year. We want to impact 100,000 students in 36 states in Nigeria, right? And this year we impacted about 36,000 students in 29 states. So next year we are upgrading, level up. But guess what? One time I was saying, Mordecai, I will need a lot of resources for this. How will I go about it? I was bothered about that a bit. Then I was reading the scripture one day, and I saw where Jesus Christ fed 5,000 people, right, with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes. So I said, wow, God, Jesus Christ had a big project in his hands. He want to feed 5,000 people. But he only had 5 loaves and 2 fishes. That means, Mordecai, before God does miracle in your life, right? Or help you push your vision or provide the resource for your vision. The first thing is that what is in your hands? Jesus Christ didn't take that 5 loaves and 2 fishes and throw it away. No. What did he say? With that 5 loaves and 2 fishes, guess what he did next? He said this, he positioned those people. He said, arrange these people, arrange those 5,000 people in tens, in fifties, in hundreds, arrange them. So he had a big vision, he had small resources. Instead of crying over the resources, guess what Jesus Christ did first? He started organizing, he started planning. I said, wow, Mordecai, instead of waiting for the resources to be big before it comes, before I start, let me start planning towards that program. As I plan towards that program, right, the small thing in my hands, let me bless it as God blessed the 5 loaves and 2 fishes. And guess what? What happened? It multiplies and it fed the people. That's a principle. Most of you are waiting for the resources to pursue your big vision. You have to change the way you think about yourself. Think about it this way. God gave you a vision. Start with the little in your hands. He will amplify it. But how did I know this? It starts with what? The more I know God, the more I study God's word, the more I gain identity, the more I know about my identity, the more I understand myself, the more. So, guys, to know your identity, the first thing, what will you do? Know your source. You are from God. Think like the way think the way you think, right? Number two, know your design. How you are wired. We are all wired differently. How you are wired is a pointer to how to your identity too, right? Understand how you are built. Know your weaknesses. Know your strengths. Know your passion. Know your personality. Some of you need to take personality test. Seriously, you need to take personality test to know more about who you are, right? Know your passion. Know your natural abilities, right? They are part of your identity. So when you know your identity, right, the next thing you must do now, the second point is that purpose discovery. To build a life of purpose and vision, number one is identity clarity. Know your identity. Who are you? You are who God says you are, not what your father says you are, not what your mother says you are, not what the society says you are. You are who God says you are. Number two is what? Purpose discovery. Why am I here? Why am I here? After identity clarity, the next thing is purpose discovery. Why are you here? Personally, I define purpose as the single thing you are created and equipped to do that glorifies God and serves humanity. Let me say that again. Purpose is that single thing. Now, I say single thing because you don't have many purposes. You have different assignments, you have different callings, but you have one purpose. Everything serves that one purpose. And most time you discover the purpose of your life even at the end of your life most times. Do you get what I'm saying? So each time, right, God keep giving you assignments, giving you bits, clarity of your purpose bit by bit. But the grand scale of everything, IFVP, you may not be sure about everything, but you must start taking action towards what you know. Do you get what I'm saying? So purpose is that single thing, is that one thing, right? Don't forget, the clarity you have now, the more you take action towards your purpose, you become more clear about it. That's the point. Me, the clarity I had when I was 17 is not the clarity I had now. I have now, right? But I took action with what I knew then, and the more I go towards it, the clearer I become. So purpose is that single thing, right? That you are created to do. God created you to do it, but also you are equipped to do it. That means God gave you the resources, everything that you need to do it. That serves God or that glorifies God. That means your purpose must glorify God and also serves humanity. You must serve humanity. So if your purpose glorifies God and you don't serve humanity, you are not doing it completely. If it serves humanity, there are people you know today that their purpose serves humanity, but it's not glorifying God. It's not. They are doing the wrong way. You must be holistic. That means your purpose is that single thing you are created and equipped to do that glorifies God and serves humanity. So when I was 17 years old, I discovered my purpose, right? And you guys, you must discover your purpose. Purpose gives meaning to your life. The purpose is also the problem you are created to solve. Purpose is not about you. You must know that. If you are here and you don't know your purpose, know this. Purpose is not about you. Purpose is about others. Think about it. If your purpose is about you, you have not discovered purpose yet. Your purpose is not about you. Your purpose is about others. And guess what? You must know your identity before you start knowing about purpose. Because if you don't know who you are in Christ or who you are in God, right, you can't start knowing why you are created. So your purpose is the problem you are designed to solve, right? And purpose answers the question, why am I here? You are here to impact lives. You are here to impact people. You are here to bless lives. You are here to glorify God. That's why you are here, right? And you have been given the resources, everything you need to do that. Purpose answers the question, who are you here to serve? Some of you are here to serve the motherless people. Some of you are here to serve orphans. Some of you are here to serve people that are frustrated about their jobs. Some of you are here to serve people that the career professionals. Some of you are here to serve young people. Some of you are here to serve teenagers. Some of you are here to serve children. Some of you are here to serve entertain people. I'm seriously. All of you, purpose, you are here for something. As long as you're in this world, you're here for a purpose and you must find it before you can capture a vision for your life. Right? So, purpose answer the question, what problems am I designed to solve? Also, what value am I creating? Are people benefiting from your life? I tell people that if everything you brought to this world dies with you, you didn't live. Everything you brought to this world, your goal should be to die empty, to deliver everything God brought, equipped with you, put inside of you to deliver to your world. That's your goal, to deliver everything before you leave this world. Because the greatest tragedy in life is not death, but a life without purpose. It's my smell that said that. So purpose is about service. We are created to serve, right? There's something God put inside of us that this generation needs. So don't think that your life is a waste or you're in the wrong generation. No. There's something inside of you that God has put inside of you to serve your generation. Find that thing, right? And start delivering it to your world. So for you to discover your purpose, I've shared it severally, but let me just give you a bit by bit, right? So people, you must understand people. Who are you drawn to? Some people are drawn to things. Some people are drawn to women. Some people are drawn to families. Some people are drawn to entrepreneurs. Who are you drawn to? Right? I remember someone is drawn to animals, and it's not bad. What I mean, animals, is that he loves taking care of animals. His name is Lion Whisperer. He takes care of lions. He's drawn to it, and guess what? God is trying to manifest Himself through that. Do you get what I'm saying? So don't say that what I'm drawn to is somehow the things that really serve people. This guy, he takes care of animals, he takes care of lions, and people are so because the Bible says in Genesis 1:26, he said he has given us dominion over all. That's one of our purpose too, to dominate. So who are you drawn to? Who are you drawn to? Is a pointer to your purpose. People. Also, problem. What issues or topics burdens you, or are you burdened by? For me, it's teenagers. For me, it's youths, young people. Are you getting my point, guys? Some of you are some issues are confusion. You don't like when people are confused. Some people is poverty. Some people hate poverty. The speaker we are bringing tomorrow to speak, right? He hates poverty, right? And that's why it's helping young people build wealth, right? Some people hate ignorance. That's why they share. Me too, I hate ignorance. That's why I share knowledge. That's why I write books. So what problem are you drawn to that you are interested in solving? The problem you are drawn to is pointer to what you are created to change or to provide solutions to. Also, what are you passionate about? Number one is people. Number two is problem. Number three is passion. What are you passionate about? See the way I'm talking. I'm sweating, shouting, screaming. I'm passionate about this, right? What are you passionate about? Is it teaching? Is it creating? Is it building things? Is it writing? Is it making people laugh? Is it leading people? What are you passionate about? God put inside of you for a reason. It's a pointer to your purpose. It was T.D. Jakes that said, you can't find your purpose, find your passion. Your passion will lead you to your purpose. And the fourth and final thing is potential. That's how to discover purpose. Potential. What skills do you have? It's not a waste. See, God put something inside of you for you to serve a generation. So if you can't find your purpose, right, find what He has put inside of you and start using it to serve, and you have found your purpose. Are you getting my point? So what are your potential? What skills do you have? What experiences? What opportunities do you have, right? You are created to serve people with that. Don't waste it. So that's the idea about purpose. Now, understand people, number two, problem, number three, passion, and number four, potential. They are pointers to your purpose. The third point, the third strategy, right? I've mentioned identity clarity. Number two is purpose discovery. Why am I here? Number three is vision creation, right? Where am I going? Where am I going? 5 years ago, 5 years ago in 2020, I remember I wrote a vision for myself. I said, in 2025, I want to have impacted 30,000 young people. I said, I want to have written 5 books. I said, I want to have gotten married to a purposeful lady. I don't smile. I also write that I want to have built three organizations. I said, I want to be living in my own apartment. I want to be working from home, impacting lives, traveling to different states. And guess what? 5 years, today, this is the 5th year, and I'm doing all that. But imagine if I didn't write it that time. What can you see? Vision. Vision, what can you see? In the next 5 years, can you see clearly the next 5 years? Don't forget, your vision must be in line with your purpose. That's why I talk about identity first before purpose, because identity plus purpose plus vision equals clarity. Identity plus purpose plus vision equals clarity. Once you know your identity, your purpose, and vision for your life, you will be clear. You will not pursue things, things will pursue you. You will have direction for your life. You know the kind of friends to marry, the kind of friends to keep, the kind of business to build. Are you getting my point, guys? So identity plus purpose plus vision equals clarity. If you are looking for clarity in your life, guys, this is clarity. That's the formula for clarity. Identity plus purpose plus vision equals clarity. So vision talks about where are you going. If purpose is why you exist, vision is how your future will look when your purpose is fulfilled. Do you get what I'm saying? Your vision is the picture of your purpose. Now you know your purpose is to serve people, to impact lives. Now, how will your life look like? How will the world look like when your vision, your purpose is fulfilled? That's your vision. So your vision is the picture of your purpose. So for example, I want to impact young people around the world. And so I started things of purpose. International. I want to impact young people around the world. Also, I wrote book, The Purpose Driven Teenager. So the purpose that book I wrote, the organization I'm building, I'm working on an educational platform for young people, right? To that you take courses that will help you master different areas of your life. That's a vision, right? And I've been working towards it. I've started working towards it already. So a vision is a picture of your future. It's also a picture of your purpose, how you look like. All the things I'm building, I have an organization, Betting Was Publishing. We publish books for people who are authors or writers, right, to bring their words to life. It's part of the vision of impacting people, for of helping people live purposefully. Are you getting my point, guys? So vision is a picture of your purpose. When your purpose is fulfilled, how will it look like? That is vision. Are you getting my point, guys? So vision, if purpose is why you exist, vision is how your future will look like when your purpose is fulfilled. Also, vision is a picture of your preferred future, guys. That's vision. Now, some questions you must ask yourself for creating your vision. Even to create your vision, these are questions you must ask yourself. In 5 years, if things go well, what will my life look like? Ask yourself that question. In 5 years, if things go well, what will my life look like? What will my life look like? Ask yourself that question. Most of you think about the worst case scenario. Good, but better way. Think about the best case scenario. If my life go well, what will my life look like in the next 5 years? Would you have started that organization? Would have impacted so amount of people? Would have traveled to do this? Would have started this thing? Would have written so amount of books? What will your life look like, right, in the next 5 years? What will your life look like? How many people will you have helped? For example, I told you that in the next 5 years, that was in 2020, I would have impacted 30,000 young people. And now we've impacted 70,000 young people. So how many people will you have helped? What will you have built? Is it organization? For example, in the last 5 years, I was able to build Modi Quotes. I was able to build Things on Purpose. I've been able to build Betting Was Publishing. I've been able to build Motivate, right? I've written 6 books, right? What have you been able to build or create? So think about it. See, if you don't think about these things, 5 years will come and nothing, your life will remain the same way. And you'll be like the people that you criticize. Are you getting my point, guys? So think about it. What will I have built? Start writing to-do list. Don't write points alone. Write to-do list. Organization, books, products, or platforms. What platform would you have created? Think about it, right? See, if you know this, then when they are teaching you about artificial intelligence on Saturday, right, you start, okay, based on this artificial intelligence, I know my vision now. What can I use AI to build? But imagine you don't know your vision. What will you be building with AI? That's the point of what I'm saying, guys. That's why you must know your vision, visionary intelligence, before you start talking about financial intelligence or talking about artificial intelligence. So the more vivid and detailed you are about your vision, the faster you make progress towards it. For example, 5 years ago, I was clear that I won't work. I don't work in any job. I don't be waking up in the morning, going to one job and coming back. No. So 5 years ago, I started preparing for it. I started learning skills, right? I started learning skills. So you must be clear about what you want. And don't forget, your vision must be in line with impacting people. If it's about you, it's called ambition. If it's about others, that's called vision. Ambition is about you, what you want, right? The cars you want, that's ambition. But see, that your car can become a vision if it's to help other people. Are you getting my point? So it's not that it's bad to have a car, it's not that it's bad to have a jet. They are okay, they are good. But how will it fulfill? Is it impacting lives? That's why I laugh at people that insult people that have jets, or pastors or people that have jets, right? They have that jet, but that jet is fully a purpose. That's why they have it. I am telling you, they're not using it for luxury or to just enjoy themselves. Everything in your life must be built around purpose. See, if you pursue purpose and vision, right, all those things will come naturally. Are you getting my point, guys? So your vision is not about you, it's about others. So ask yourself that question. Be detailed about it. Write it down. I wrote my own down, right? I wrote it down. I have it. I have different dictionary diaries here that I write my vision. In fact, guess what I'm doing nowadays now? I'm using AI. Some days ago, I did an AI, right? I used artificial AI to create a picture of, I said, create a picture of myself, right, speaking to thousands of people in a stadium. And it brought out the picture. I was inspired by the picture. So I'm going to create a frame for the picture and put it on the wall in my house. I'm making the most of artificial intelligence to bring out a representation of a vision I have for my life so I can pursue it more clearly. Are you getting my point, guys? One time I told the artificial intelligence to build create a frame of me, right? A picture of me signing books, and I wrote the title of the books there, and thousands of people lining up. I'm creating a mental picture of my preferred future by making the most of artificial intelligence. But imagine I don't have a vision. What will I be using artificial intelligence to do? I'll just be snapping birthday cake. Is that purposeful? How does it impact the lives of people? I pray you are getting what I'm saying. I hope you are getting. I hope you are getting. You get what I'm saying? So be more vivid, be clear about your vision, be clear about it, be detailed about it, right? Be detailed about it. Also, your vision must be compelling, measurable, and future focused. Don't forget, it must be compelling. It must inspire you, right? It must inspire you. Uh, uh, so this is it now. There's a current version of you, and now that you have a vision, there's a future version of you. The distance between your current version, who you are currently, your Imani 1.0, Sandra 1.0, who again is here, Blessing 1.0, Omowumi 1.0. The distance between your current version, the 1.0 of you, and your vision, your future version, the 2.0 of you, the distance between them is a gap. And that gap is called growth gap. Growth gap. Are you getting my point? The distance between where you are and where you want to be, the distance between, there's a gap there. And that's why most of you are frustrated because you are in that gap, right? The most important thing is that what are you doing in that gap, right? What action are you taking in that gap that will take you that version 2.0 of you, the next version of you? And that I will share shortly, right? In the next point. The fourth thing is that version shift. Number one is identity clarity. Number two is purpose discovery. Number three is vision creation, which talks about where are you going. Number four is version shift, right? Don't forget I said 5 points, right? Number four is version shift. That means who must I become? Who must I become? Can you write in the comment section? Version shifts. Who must I become? Number four, version shifts. Version shifts. Who must I become? That means for you to get to that vision, you must shift from where you are to where you want to be. Now, who must I become? That gap is called good gap. Version shifts. Who must I become? This is where level up begins. We are talking about level up, right? Level up, that's the theme of this program, right? Level up. This is where level up begins. Where you must level up from where you are currently to where you want to be, right? That's where level up begins. The version shift. From version 1.0, like iPhone 13 to iPhone 14. So from the version of you currently to the next version, level up must happen. And that's why we call the version shift. Who must I become? Your vision requires a new version of you. Your vision requires the new version of you. The version of you currently can't achieve that vision you have seen. I don't know what I know most of you have captured your vision now. You want to build an organization, you want to write a book, you want to impact millions of people. The current version of you can't achieve it. You need a version shift. You must become someone that can achieve it. Many people focus on what I want, not what I must become to handle it. Many people want to have a billionaire, but you are not focusing on who must you become to handle a billionaire. With the current mindset you have, do you think you can handle one billionaire? And that's why most time when resources come to your hands, it will downgrade to the level of your mindset of who you are. That means instead of pursuing what you want, you must focus on becoming. Become the kind of person that can achieve the vision you have captured in your mind. For example, for me to become who I am today, I need to become someone that is good with people, managing people. I became someone that is good at managing projects. I became someone that is good at creating content. I became someone that is good at making videos. I'm not good at all those things before. But I knew that Mordecai, the vision you have, you must become someone that can achieve that vision. My first book, my recent books are The Purpose, Maximizing Your 20s. This is my recent book. I wrote it in 3 months. But the book I wrote last year, I used about 8 months, the action code, about 8 months, 2 years ago, 8 months to write that book. But the version of me that wrote that book is not the same version of me that wrote this book because I have upgraded. So it's taking shorter time for me to achieve some results. Because I start learning how to write, I start learning how to think, I start creating framework systems to sustain what I'm doing. So, guys, who must you become to achieve that vision you have envisioned? Who must you become? Ask yourself. You don't get the future you desire. You must become the kind of person who attracts it. You don't get the future you desire. You must become the kind of person who attracts it. Who are you becoming? Ask yourself, who am I becoming? You want to make money? No. You must become someone that is financially intelligent. You want people to rally around your cause. You must become someone that is a people person that can mind people, that can mind people. Do you get what I'm saying? You can't even manage. Some people want to manage people. They can't manage themselves. They want to manage people. And you think God will bring those people to your way? No. Are you getting my point, guys? You want to write 10 books, but you don't even know how to read. You don't read books. And you want to write 10 books. You want to write 100 books. No, you must become a reader. Do you know what I'm saying? You must become a reader. So whatever the vision you have, you must become the kind of person that can attract that vision. Think about it. That vision you're thinking about now, can the current you achieve it? No, you must become. Can you say I will become? Can you say I will become? I must become. Don't say I will, say I must become. So ask yourself, what does my future self know that I don't know yet? Ask yourself that question. I know I have a vision, but that vision I have, what did my future self know that I don't know yet? Some of you have to take courses. Some of you have to start reading books because the kind of person that will achieve that vision you want must be someone that reads books, that knows things. So, what does my future self requires that I don't know yet? Some of you have to take some courses because you know that that vision you have, for you to achieve it, you need to become that kind of person that can achieve it. I have to say that that person that will achieve that vision I have, what did that person spend his time doing today? Is it watching movies? Is it scrolling online? No. So ask yourself, you want to become an entrepreneur. Great entrepreneurs, what do they spend their time doing today? They spend their time researching, thinking about ideas, thinking about solutions, connecting with people, networking. And that's what you start doing now. Think about it. What will my future self, that vision I have for myself, what will it say yes to today or no to? No to distractions, no to just hanging out with any of friends, no to just reading magazines alone. You get what I'm saying? What will you say yes to? Yes to attending events, yes to connecting with people, yes to looking for the right mentor, yes to creating content, yes to learning new skills. What will you say yes to? What will you say no to? No to addiction, wrong addiction that will derail you from your destiny or from that vision. So who are you becoming to achieve that vision you have envisioned? It's very important. So I'm asking this question tonight. For you to become that kind of person you want to become, what habits must you drop? What habits must you build? What environment must you live? I'm telling you, like I'm from those states, but I'm glad that I moved to Lagos because Lagos have helped me expand the work I do. Imagine if I've stayed in that environment, maybe in Ondo State or stayed in River State where I was before. I want to be able to achieve as much as I've achieved so far, or meet the kind of people I've met so far, right? So some of you have to change your environment, you have to change your location. Think about your vision, think about your future. What must you do today? Who must you become to achieve it? So, what habits must you drop? Scrolling online, spending time watching reels, funny reels alone, watching movies 24/7. What habits must you drop? What habits must you build? What environment must you live? What books must you read? Some of you don't read books, right? What books must you read? What books must you read? Sorry, 1 second. What books must you read to become the kind of person that can achieve that vision? Please, are you still following me? So, what books must I read? Also, which mentors should guide me? Some of you, you start looking for the right mentors now that will guide you towards that vision you have for your life, right? Because what better person to guide you there than someone that's already there? Be intentional on social media. Make the most of social media online, right? Attend conferences. Look for people who are where you want to be. Volunteer with them. Serve them. Be closer to them. Also, ask yourself, what mindset must I adopt? This mindset that you think about only about yourself, can it build that vision? Can you take it to that vision you are seeing? No, it can't change the way you think about yourself. You have to change your mindset, right? Some people have wrong mindset about people. They have wrong mindset about things, right? You have to change your mindset and start adopting the mindset or the kind of vision you want to build. Are you getting my point? Please, as I'm asking this question, think about it. Think about it, right? And finally, as I round up tonight, the final step is what? Execution and system. How will you live it daily? Now that you know your identity, now that you know your purpose, now that you know your vision, now that you know who you must become to achieve that vision, the final step is how can you take action daily? That is number 5 is execution and systems. How will I live it daily? Executions and systems. See, no matter the dream you have or vision you have, if you don't take action daily, you'll never achieve it. The secret to your future, it was my model that said this, is hidden in what you do daily. The secret to your future is hidden in what? In what you do daily. What are you doing daily? What can you start doing daily? In line with that vision you have seen. I love Johnson Maxwell. He's someone that inspired me so much, right? And he said something. Johnson Maxwell has a daily execution system. Every day, Johnson Maxwell does 5 things. Number 1, he reads every day. Number 2, he writes every day. Number 3, he listens to messages every day. Number 4, he thinks every day. Number 5, he teaches and prepares for his messages every day. And that's why he's great. He has impacted millions of people, right? Written over 80 or 70 books, right? Impacted millions of people in different countries around the world. But guess what he does every day? He reads every day. He writes every day. He listens to messages every day. He thinks every day, right? And he teaches and prepares for his messages every day. You, what are you doing every day that will take you to that vision? For me now, my execution system, my execution system, right? To take what I do daily to take action or progress towards my vision is that I read every day. Every day I make sure I read something, right? Every day I make sure I write something. Every day I make sure I watch something to equip my mind because I'll be speaking to people, right? I write something every day. Every day I plan towards something. Then I'm planning a program or a seminar. I plan towards something. And every day I impact people, I inspire people. That is the thing I do every day, right? I make sure I learn every day. There are things I do. I've been doing this for the past 10 years, right? Since I got clarity about my purpose when I was about 17. Are you getting my point, guys? So what will you do every day? You may just choose 5 things that every day, before the day ends, I must do these 5 things that will take me towards my vision. Some of you want to become a maybe video creator, or you want to set up a business or a big company. Tell yourself, maybe must I watch a business video every day? Must I learn a skill every day? Maybe learn about public speaking, learn about how to negotiate, learn about how to network. What must I learn every day? Must I connect with one person every day, or what must you do every day that will make you make progress towards your vision? Execution and system. Create a system around it. Have a system for thinking. Have a system for writing. Have a system for planning. Have a system for different things in your life so that it can be predictable, right? Don't forget, it's not enough for you to have vision, right? What can you do every day in line with that vision? Are you getting my point, everybody? So tell yourself this evening, what are the 5 things? I'm going towards the end of the year. 2026 is coming. What are that 5 things I want to start doing every day that will lead me to that vision, that envisioned? What are the 5 things I'll do every day? Ask yourself that question this night, right? And write it down. And in fact, the better way to do that is time it. Like most of you know my schedule already. I have what to do from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., read, write, work on my business. Like have a schedule for all these things. Because no matter the vision you have, you must take action towards it daily. Are you getting my point, guys? So beyond who must you become to achieve that vision? Ask yourself, what action will I take daily that will make me become the kind of person that will achieve that vision? Let me say it again. Beyond having a vision for your life, ask yourself, who must I become? Beyond knowing who you must become, ask yourself, what actions must I take daily that will help me become the kind of person that can achieve that vision? See, if you don't take action daily to become the kind of person, you'll never achieve that vision. Guys, what I'm telling you now, right? In the next 5 years, you will appreciate me if you take action towards it. The next 5 years, you arrive. The question is, where, right? So please have a learning system where you take read books, take courses, watch podcasts, have a learning system. Have a learning system. It's very important. Always be mastering something. Like me, I take my life one project at a time. I'm always working on the project. I'm always learning something. I'm always mastering something. Currently, I'm learning artificial intelligence. I'm taking a course on it, right? Always have a learning system. It's very important, right? Because it helps you upgrade your mindset, help you upgrade your skill set to become the kind of person that can achieve your vision. I remember a time I took a course from a German university on team management. At the time, I took a course on project management. That was in 2023. At the time, I took a course on digital marketing. And that's what grew my followers on Modi Codes from maybe 5,000, 10,000 followers to over 300,000 followers now. Because I keep learning on things that will help me build my vision. Are you getting my point, guys? That digital marketing course I took in 2020 grew my followers and my reach from 5,000 followers to over 300,000 followers across 101 countries because I learned. Are you getting my point, guys? At the time, I learned how to more about writing. So, guys, have a learning system. You must be learning something every time, every day that will take towards your vision. Also, have a time system. That means have routines. What you do in the morning routines. You may be reading 1 hour every day. That will take me towards my vision. You may be writing 1 hour every day. You may be learning a skill. You must have a time system for your life, right? A time system, routines, right? Routines, planning that would make you take action every day in line with your vision. Because if you don't take the action in line with your vision, that vision will never materialize. It will just remain in the spiritual realm. It's your action that brings it from the visible realm to the visible realm. Are you getting my point, guys? This book, you see, this book is my sixth book. It was once a vision in my mind, but I took action. I remember I spent hours, like hours. Sometimes I'll lose track of the day. Safe. I'll just keep writing until I completed it. And now several over 60 copies sold so far now. Guys, it was once a vision in my mind. Check the videos on this platform. It was not a vision. I said I want to have a platform online where young people can take course, watch videos on different areas of their life. And now we have over 40 videos. For the past 3 years, we've been building this. What vision do you have, and what actions can you start taking today? So build a time system. Have a morning routine, have a night routine that will help you take action towards your dream. Build a learning system, books, courses that you can keep taking to upgrade your mindset and your level to the next level that will help you achieve your vision. Also, build a relationship system. You need people in your level, you need people above you, you also need people below you. Do you get what I'm saying? You need mentees, you need mentors, you also need colleagues, right? Have those different kind of people. Build relationship with them. You will need them in different times of your life, right? People that your mentees, you mentor them, you build them, you train them. Those people in the next 5 years, they'll become great people. And guess what? They remember that this guy was part of my life. Was part of people that grew, that trains me, that training that builds me. Do you get my point? So have mentees, people that you are training, that you are building, right? Also have colleagues, people your level, right? That you can work with, you can build things with. Also have mentors, people that are already where you want to be, that you can serve under, right? That you can learn from them, that can be part of their life. You can serve under them. Because those people can even take you, they can bring you up, they can share insight with you that will help you get your vision faster. I pray you get what I'm saying, guys. So build a relationship system. For example, this Saturday, I'm attending two events this Saturday. And this Saturday, I'm attending those events because I'll be able to network with people, meet new people, right? Learn from them, connect with them. And those people don't know what we can do together to in line my vision. I can also work with them to build their vision too. Guys, so have a what I say, a relationship system, right? People you are pointing to, people you are sharing things with, and people you are learning from too. Do you get the point of what I'm saying? And finally, have a review system. Always ask yourself what worked, what doesn't work, what failed, what didn't fail, what succeeded, how can I improve? I remember at the time I told my personal assistant, right, to go through my videos on YouTube, right, to learn how I can improve what I am doing. To learn how I can improve what I'm doing. How can I to learn how I can improve. right? Always ask yourself beyond just having a vision. Ask yourself, am I making progress towards it? Okay, should I stop? What did I start doing? Okay, what is the impact this week? Did I make progress towards it? This month, what progress did I make towards it? This week, this today, at the end of the day, what did I do towards my vision for my life? Always have a review system. It's very important. And I'm sure if you can do all these things, you'll be able to what? Build a life of vision and purpose. Very sorry, I'm sweating. The fan here is not it's not working. I think I had issue with it. Right. So number one is what? To build a life of purpose and vision. Number one is what? Identity clarity. Number two is what? Discover purpose, purpose discovery. Number three is what? Vision creation, create your vision. Number four is what? Number four is what? You are saying reverse state money. Number four is what? Yes, version shift, right? Version shift. And number five is what? Execution and system. You must take action daily, build execution and system. I hope you have learned something tonight. And if you have any questions, it's time for you to ask. Do you have any question? It's time for you to ask. Any question? Any question? Right? I have shared the five framework, right? Five strategic framework for you to build a life of purpose and vision. Number one is that discover your identity clarity, know your identity, right? Who you are determines how far you dream. I remember a video, I saw a video of young boys. They asked them what is their vision. Guess what they said? They said that their vision is to become a POS seller. Those people that POS, those people that withdraw money for people. I don't know what they call them, but POS operator, yes, POS operator, right? Don't become a POS operator. Once they want to become a barber, once they want to become a farmer, they set all those things based on they can because of their identity. They need to change their identity. You get what I'm saying? They don't know who they are. That way they can be asking for that such small goals or such small vision, right? And that's why it begins with identity. Know who you are. When you know who you are, you can think big. You can dream big. You not be afraid of big dreams. You get when you are staying in a local place, you can think global, right? I was shocked by their response, but I was not shocked by their response because they have not upgraded their identity, right? That way they can be saying they want to become a POS seller, a barber. I don't say those work are bad, but they are not like you get what I'm saying. Like the vision that impact people, big vision that transform life, that change people's lives, right? So you have to identity clarity. Number two is purpose discovery. Number three is vision creation. Number four is version shift. That means who must I become to achieve that vision? And number five is execution and system. Build a system. Like Jose Mark said, he has a system. Me too, I have a system. Every great people you know today has a system. Build your own system and start working towards it. Any question? Any question as I round up tonight? And I know you have learned something. Please, have you learned something tonight? Thank you, Cynthia, for joining. I really appreciate. Thank you, Cynthia, for joining. I've been seeing a comment so far. Thank you for joining. Uh, thank you very much, Miracle. Thank you for joining. I'm still expecting your question. Let me know what you learned tonight, and do you have any question? Imani, thank you for joining. Um, do you have any question? Any question? Any question? Any question? I'm waiting for your questions. This time for you to ask a question. In next 1 minute, if there's no question, I'll believe that we are done for tonight and I fulfill the goal. The goal for tonight is for you to learn about visionary intelligence, how you can build a life of purpose and vision. Please just follow the step I shared. It's a proven step, right? Great people have applied it. Purpose, identity plus purpose plus vision equals clarity. And once you are clear, you can go faster in life. Don't forget, speed with that direction will lead to frustration, right? Just speed to your once you have clarity, you can go through, you can go with speed, right? But most people go with speed without clarity. But once you know your identity, your vision, and your purpose and vision, you are clear. Then you can now start taking action every day. And in the next 5 years, you look back and be glad that you did. Don't forget, in the next 5 years, you arrive. The question is where. Go through this session tonight. Some of you have to watch the replay again so you can learn, right? And so that when the financial resources come, when the other resources come, right, you can apply it to build your vision, build your purpose, so that you can live a full life, a life that leaves a legacy that impact others even after you have gone. So someone asked here that how can I tackle procrastination? So it's a great question. How to tackle procrastination? So most time people procrastinate because they are trying to avoid difficulty. You must know that first. If something is easy to do, for example, if you can, some people don't even procrastinate brushing their teeth because they find it difficult to brush their teeth. Are you getting my point? Most people procrastinate because they find the task difficult to do. The task is not alluring to them. The task is not meaningful. That's why people procrastinate. That's why I remember a quote that says that when people don't have a vision for their life, they engage in distraction. right? So you easily procrastinate when you don't have something meaningful you are pursuing. Are you getting my point? So you procrastinate again when things become so hard. So the most important is that uh you must change your mindset. That's the first thing about procrastination. You must change your mindset. How you think about what you are doing. Most time, what you're procrastinating on, you don't understand it clearly. You've not gained clarity on it. For example, when I was making videos consistently, I was clear about the videos that I was making, right? I know how to go about it. So I even though the procrast, I couldn't procrastinate because I have a system already. I was clear about the outcome. I know an outcome. I have a system, and I could easily work on it, whether I'm tired or not. So I'll tell you that number one, have a compelling vision for your life. That's the first thing. Have a compelling vision. Where are you going to? If you have a compelling vision, right, no matter how difficult the task is, you will do it regardless. For example, I've not been feeling too well for the past 3 days, right? But I couldn't procrastinate this session because it's part of a vision I'm pursuing, right? I'm so passionate about it. So despite my health, how I'm not feeling too well, I have to take medication, I have to take enough rest so that I can be available for this session, right? I couldn't procrastinate because it's in line with my vision. So you procrastinate because number one, you don't have a compelling vision. That's one of the reasons you procrastinate, right? You don't have a compelling vision. Number two, you don't have a clear system, right? System that will help you take action on whatever you're procrastinating on. For example, if you are procrastinating on maybe creating, I want to give an example, maybe creating content, create a system for content creation, right? A system that, okay, from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., I'll create this content. Or from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., I'll create this content. Create a system for it. Your mind you start having your mind will start preparing for it in advance even before it comes. So when the action comes, it's difficult for you to create procrastinate. Do you get? So have a compelling vision, but to create a system that will ensure that the work you are doing is predictable, right? Creating system helps whatever you're doing, helps it become easier. Are you getting my point, right? So please have a compelling vision. Number two is that what? Create a system for that action, whatever action you have been procrastinating on, right? Create a system that will ensure that action becomes easier. But if you can tell me, Shopowale, like what specific thing you are procrastinating on? Is there specific thing you are procrastinating on? Just give me the specific thing you are procrastinating on, right? But once you have a compelling vision for your life, right, and you can create specific system that will make sure that when it's time to take the action, you are not in doubt, you are clear about the outcomes. It's more easier to take the action. And that reason why people procrastinate is that they are trying to do big things. Meanwhile, you can start small ways. So imagine you have not become the kind of person that can do big things and you're trying to do big things. You will procrastinate. But imagine you break that big thing into small things you can do every day. For example, you want to start creating 10 videos every week or every month. And you have not created time to make one video. You don't want to make videos at all. You will procrastinate when it's time. So you have to become the kind of person that can take that action. And that comes through what? Learning about it, building your capacity, reading books, because most time you procrastinate because either it's difficult, you are not clear about the outcome, you don't have a compelling vision. That's why most people procrastinate. So have a compelling vision, create system, learn more about whatever it is you want to do, right? Break it down into little things. Because imagine you want to write a book and all you have to do is to write maybe maybe one, let me say maybe 10 words or 100 words every day. It's easier that way. You won't procrastinate because it's very easy to do. But imagine you're trying to write 1,000 words when you have not even mastered the art of writing 100 words. You will procrastinate for sure. Are you getting my point, guys? So have a compelling vision, create system for any action you want to take. And if that goal is big, you can break it down into small things you can do. So the more your muscle for action increases, the more you can expand the size, right, of whatever you want to do. Do you get what I'm saying? But for now, for you to avoid procrastination, make it simple enough. No matter, make it break it down to the simplest version. Take action on it. Then the more you grow your muscle for action, for discipline, right, you can now expand. Do you get my point? Who asked the question? Shopawale. No, you say you love to procrastinate. You can only love to procrastinate if you don't have a compelling vision, right? Uh, it's really affecting. You can't go far if you keep procrastinating. That's why it's important you have a compelling vision. But I don't know what are you procrastinating on. Like you can't just say you are procrastinating. There's something you are procrastinating on. So Shobali, can you share me what you are procrastinating on actually? What is the specific thing you are procrastinating on? All right. So whatever it is, you must have if you have a meaningful reason to do something, you will know how to push it off to another time, right? So most times you will have a meaningful reason to do it, but it's so big. That's why you have to break it down into little things you can do. So the more you take little step towards it, then you cannot keep increasing it. And I'm using the idea of, for example, if you want to write a book, you can't say you want to write 10 chapters or 5,000 words in one day or 2,000 words in one day when you have not mastered the art of writing 10 words every day. So once you are good at writing 10 words, that's very easy to do. The simplest form of the action you want to take in line with your vision, then you can now start increasing it. Because it's really difficult to procrastinate on little actions. So if it's too big for you, you procrastinate. If it look difficult or you're not clear about it, you procrastinate. So gain clarity, have a clear vision, create a system, right? Have a clear vision, create a system, and break down whatever you have to do into the simplest version, right? Into the simplest version. I'm just giving you a specific strategy to go about that. Any other question as I'm waiting for Shubwale to respond to the question I asked her? Any other question? Any other question? I know many people fall into, you can't really go far when you keep procrastinating, right? You can't really go far in life. And that's why it's important you understand your vision and most time break it down into small step you can take today. Small step, small step, and be clear about it. If you have a specific time for things, right? And it's called time blocking productivity. For example, I read the Bible every day, I read book every day. I can't procrastinate because I have a system for it. So 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., read the Bible and pray. 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., read the book. 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., work on a project. So because I am clear about it, when I wake up in the morning, I know what to do already. Even though I want to procrastinate, I can't procrastinate because there's a system already. It's a routine already. That becomes second nature to me, like brushing teeth, right? But I started small. I started small. I started small. So thank you, Cynthia. Cynthia said she learned a lot. Any other question? Shobowale, if you can ask me, give more context to your question. I want to give you specific answer if you have specific thing you procrastinate on, right? Any other question as we round up tonight? The time is fast spent. Any other question? I'm waiting for your question. Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Oh, my brother is here. Thank you very much. The character builder, that's Dariyemi. Oh, Dariyemi is here. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. He's having a program next month. I want you all to be part of it too. It's about how you can prepare for the new year. So I want you all to check his page and be part of the program too. He's my beloved brother. Yeah. So any question, any question, any question, any question, any other question, any other question? I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting. Any other question about what we shared today, like how you think you can take action towards it, or anything you're not clear about? So Shobwale said something. Let me see what he said. Or Christiana said something. Say, like most things, though you said I can break it down and I must make vision clear. I think that yes, like imagine you have a clear, compelling vision. Imagine they said next week, come and collect 1 billion naira. Christiana, will you procrastinate? No, you procrastinate because it's compelling, right? You create a strategy to go and take it. Most time we procrastinate because we don't have a compelling vision, right? And we don't have a system for actualizing that vision. So if you have a compelling vision and you have a system, like a system is a set of repeatable tasks towards a goal, a set of repeatable things that you can do, steps you can take towards a goal. So once it's time to take that action, once you are care about after this, for example, if you're working on a task, I have to say, what am I doing next? Know it already. So it's not that when you finish the task, I'm saying, what will I do next? No, you procrastinate. But when you can predict it, after brushing teeth, some people take their bait. It's predictable already. So create a system like that for your goals, for your dreams, right? Have a compelling vision and create a system that is repeatable, that you can close your after this, you do this, right? It's easier that way to overcome procrastination, right? But first and foremost, from your mindset, that was have a compelling vision, right? Also break tasks into smaller version, right? Break tasks into smaller version. There's something they call what is the name? 2 minute rule, right? That means if anything takes less than 2 minutes to take action on, do it immediately, right? If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. That's on that version. There's another one called, and you can do this actually. They call it what do you call it? Is 5 minute rule too? I'm just telling you productivity hack. 5 minute rule. That means whatever you want to work on, right? Tell yourself, I'll spend the next 5 minutes doing it. After 5 minutes, I will stop. Do you get? Tell yourself for the next 5 minutes, I will spend my time doing this thing. After 5 minutes, I will stop. Most time, after the 50 minute, you continue. You feel like 80% of the time, you feel like continuing that thing. So most time, overcome that inertia, right? To start. Once you start, like first, once you exert an action, right, it will move. Once you take small step towards it, you gain momentum. Do you get what I'm saying? I hope you get what I'm saying, right? Just apply 2 minute rule or the 5 minute rule too that talks about spend 5 minutes doing that. 80% of the time you want to continue. I've done all those things I just asked, right? But it works. But the most important thing is that you must have a compelling vision. Without a compelling vision, you procrastinate. All right, so I won't believe that there's no question again. Thank you all for joining tonight. Tomorrow we're having Bolu Okwade speaking about financial intelligence, how to build sustainable wealth. He's the founder of C Realty and has done amazingly well, right? And I'm sure you're going to learn from his session tomorrow. Don't miss it. Invite someone and get ready to learn. So, how to get my books? So get my books. Just go to go to my website www.mordecaiorimiladeye.com, right? www.mordecaiorimiladeye.com. Let me leave it in the comment section so you can just check it out. Go to my website, you see my books there. Uh, See, building this website is part of prepare myself, becoming the kind of person that can achieve the vision I have. Are you getting what I'm saying? So I spent time building this website. I worked on this website few weeks ago. So it's part of me saying that okay, to achieve my vision, what must I do? I worked on this website because it's going to help me. I'm still working on it. I'm not done yet, but you can get my books there. So you can visit it. Uh, I'll put it in the comment section. So you can check my books there too. You get access to it on Seller and on Amazon, mordecaiorimiladeye.com. Yeah. So let me leave it on the table. So any other question, any other question. Thank you all for joining. I'm glad I answered your question. Uh, uh, Thank you all for joining tonight. Miracle, Cynthia, Dariemi, Shobowale, Christiana, God, Imani. Thank you all for joining. Testimony, thank you all for joining. I really appreciate it. Now, till we see you tomorrow.